Good day, my name is Charmy Gaza and together with my group mates Nergia Anwari, Arvin Tragante, Mariel Polinar, and Jillian Silian, we are presenting all the restaurants, hotels, transportations, entertainment outlets, and tourist shops in Taguig City, and also enumerate the items they should be concerned with in order not to get trouble in the law. First is restaurant. Here in Taguig City, we have Max Restaurant, Once Bistro, Las Flores, Sunday Korean Barbecue, and the item should be concerned with in order not to get trouble with the law is food preparation regulation, health and safety. To ensure your restaurant complies with the health and safety standards, these restaurant regulations are in place to protect patrons and staff. Number 1, cleanliness and food safety to prevent foodborne illness, physical safety of employees and patrons, protections against hazardous materials. You have to prepare for a surprise restaurant inspection at any time because the city oversees the health and safety of patrons. Restaurants' rules and regulations often permit them to do random checks of the kitchens and the full establishments. These things can get busy when running your eatery, but having policies and procedures in place helps maintain a high level of cleanliness and superior standards in food handling, storage, and preparations. Administrative regulations such as business license and inspections. Both the City Health Department and Planning Department will want to have a say in your restaurants. When you open your doors, you have to continue to keep the area up to code in terms of business and health standards. If you don't pass these inspections, the city may close the restaurant for public health concerns. You'll likely have to obtain several licenses. There are permissions from the city to carry on the restaurant's activities. Here are some examples of permits of license you may need. Business operations, alcohol, live entertainment, food services, building occupancy, employer identification number, and employee health. Number 3 is management regulations or labor law. As a restaurant owner, you're also an employer. Restaurant labor laws apply to serves, food preparation staff, and anyone on your payroll. They may include hours of work, wage laws, required breaks, rules around hiring and firing. By following these rules, you won't risk getting fined by the Department of Labor since some eateries are late-night establishments that serve alcohol. There may be additional government regulations to keep your staff safe. As a part of business license process, you may be required to learn how to prevent workplace accidents or obtain workers' compensation insurance. For all of this is under the Implementing Rules and Regulations of Republic Act Number 10611, an act to strengthen the food safety regulatory system in the country to protect consumers' health and facilitate market access of the local foods and food products, and for the other purposes, and otherwise known as the Food Safety Act of 2013. And the health of safety of workers in the Philippines are promoted and protected by the Republic Act Number 11058, or an act strengthening compliance with occupational safety and health, or OSH, standards providing penalties for violation thereof. It was signed into the law by President Rodrigo Duterte in August 2018 and also in various regulatory of the government agencies, Food and Drug Administration or FDA, and Department of Health.
Taguig is one of the most progressive cities in the Philippines, and that is why it has different establishments. Today, there are several hotels in Taguig City, namely the Grand Hyatt Manila, F1 Hotel Manila, Red Doors Hotel, as Hotel Manila, Seda BGC Manila, City Park Hotel Manila, Kingsford Hotel Manila, and Victoria Soho Suites Manila. There are several items that should be considered with in order to not to get troubled with the law. First is hotel business license. Most licenses requires for the hotel to meet certain rules or criteria for maintaining validity. Therefore, it is important for most entrepreneurs in the hotel industry to be aware of these licenses and registration. It is to operate a hotel businesses smoothly. The following documents must be submitted with the department in order to have an accredited hotel in the Philippines. First is an application form which must be filed in a duplicate form. Second is a certified copy of the company's articles of association and bylaws. Third is the information of the shareholders, directors, and employees of the hotel. And lastly is the license issued by the municipal authorities. A mayor's permit is a requirement in securing tax identification number, and therefore it is a requirement of the Philippine law before anyone is able to operate a business in the country. The most common and basic business permit requirements in the Philippines include certificate of registration, contract of lease, certificate of occupancy, cedula, building permit, fire permit, locational clearance, and sanitary permit. Other than that, for your safety and security, hotels are not allowing guests to bring or carry items such as illegal firearms and weapons, drugs, explosive, and hazardous chemicals, and items that are unauthorized or unlicensed.
So for today, we are going to discuss the different types or kinds of transportation in Taguig. So, jeepney, we have here jeepney, minibus or moderation jeepney, bus, taxi, tricycle, private vehicle, motorcycle, and bicycle. Okay, so in terms of transportation, we have a different kinds of law to follow that the drivers or riders need to know and remember in order for them not to get trouble with the law. Okay, so for the first law that they need to remember is the Republic Act number 4136, an act to compile the law related to land transportation and traffic rules, to create a land transportation commission, and for other purposes. This law has 5 chapters and 66 sections wherein it discusses different kinds of law to follow in transportation. Okay, so for the second one is the Republic Act number 11314, an act institutionalizing the grant of student fare discount privileges on public transportation and for other purposes. This act shall be known as a Student Fare Discount Act. It shall cover all public transportation such as not but not limited to public utility buses, public utility jeepneys, taxis, and other similar vehicle for hires, tricycles, private passenger trains, aircrafts, and marine vessels. If the public transportation did not follow this, they will need to face penalties. It depends on the vehicles and how many times they done this. This act has 15 sections that public transportation drivers need to know. Okay, so we have here the Republic Act number 10930, an act rationalizing and strengthening the policy regarding driver's license by extending the validity period of driver's licenses and penalizing act in violations of its insurance and application. Okay, so we have here also the Republic Act number 10666, an act providing for the safety of children aboard motorcycles. So the next one is the Republic Act number 10586, an act penalizing persons driver under the influence of alcohol, dangerous drugs, and similar substances, and for other purposes. So for the last one, we have here the Republic Act number 8750, an act requiring the mandatory compliance by motorists of private and public vehicles to use the seatbelt devices and requiring vehicle manufacturers to install seatbelt devices in all their manufactured vehicles. Actually, this is only some of the law in transportation, since we have a lot of law that the drivers need to follow in order for them not to get trouble with the law.
Good day, my name is Najia Anwar and I will be discussing the best tourist shop here in Taguig City. The first one, we have a Cultura Filipino. Cultura is the perfect to find things surely unique to Filipino culture if you're looking at a gift or pasalubong. It is also located in SMR Premier, McKinley Hills, Taguig City. Cultura is the shop for all things Filipino. We showcase local artistically or craftsmanship, bringing together especially from all over the Philippines for unique shopping experience. Cultura, there are a law that they cannot break. Cultura Filipino should avoid fake design and follow IATF guideline. The brand should strictly not allow another brand that's not related to Cultura Filipino design. Republic Act number 9593, an act declaring national policy for tourism section 2 state. Promote a tourism industry that is ecologically sustainable, responsible, participative, culturally sensitive, economically viable, and ethnically and socially equitable for local community. Secondly, we have a Pyclone. Pyclone is a French gift shop chain. Pyclone was founded in Paris in 1985 by Jacques Guillemette and Lena Guillemette. They have 110 shops in 20 countries in Europe, the Middle East, South America, Asia, and South Africa. The New York Times called it on the corner of kid between stupid and clever. Pyclone, there are a law that they cannot break. Inappropriate price tag stated on Republic number 7994, this store shall offer an appropriate price tag, label, or marketing publicity display to indicate the price of all the product and not be sold as a price higher. They should pay taxes stated on Republic Act number 9593, section 87.
The entertainment outlet is one of the favorites of all Filipinos, whether young or old. It is often seen in malls like SM, Vista Mall, and now I'm going to explain and I just give you a little idea where to go and play here in Taguig City. The first entertainment outlet here in Taguig City is the Laser Extreme. It is the Philippines' finest laser tag venue. Is once again at the forefront of the country's laser tag entertainment with its new top of the line and Helios Pro laser tag gear. And this entertainment outlet is located at 4th floor of Market Mall on Fort Bonifacio, Taguig City. This entertainment outlet is under the law, which is Ordinance number 85. The Revenue Code of Taguig, Title 3, which is Tax on Business, Section 74, Social or Sports Club, is a club of which the social figures are individual purposes of each organization in which conducts various kinds of entertainment, sporting contests, and have elaborate entertainment, amusement, or sports facilities. This is only a limited number of players will be allowed inside the gaming arena per game. The entertainment outlet should follow the IATF safety protocols that provided of Taguig City Health Government. This outlet has provided a privacy policy to make sure the safety of the business. The next one is Kidzona. It is a unique entertainment center for children. The moment children step in Kidzona, they naturally develop their communication skills, manners, and tolerance when playing together with the other kids. Kidzona is located at Uptown Bonifacio Global City, 3rd floor, 38th Street corner, 9th Avenue, Taguig City, Metro Manila. And there's a branch that located at Vista Mall, Taguig City. The Kidzona has provided a rules and regulation for safety for all. Number 1, the guardians must present a vaccination card which is fully vaccinated before entering the store. And for all children within the premises must be accompanied by a guardian or parents or companion who is 18 years old and above. For the number 3, guardians are requested to immediately take action to end any violent or unruly behavior of the children, which may lead to their injury or that of other children within the play area.